We are still in Utah for the preliminary hearing for Kevin Ellis. He is accused in the murder of his sister's estranged husband, Kathryn Restelli. Prosecutors claim that Ellis and his mother and sister plotted to kill Restelli in his mom's home in American Fork, Utah. We want to take you back into court now for more testimony about text messages from the mother, Kathryn Restelli. American Fork Police Detective Joseph Norden is still on the stand.
What do you think they're talking about when she says Matt just found out?
I believe that was a conversation that Kathryn had with Matthew, that she wouldn't be renting a car from American Fork to be driving back to California.
No. Is it? Do you think? Does it relate at all to the fire? If you can remember, based on the time and the date.
I believe, yeah, you're correct. I believe they're talking about the fire there.
Okay, if we could just keep reading to kind of confirm that, go ahead.
Okay, so on 7/12/2024, Jack texts Kathryn, Val Lake is 1 mile from head of fire. So much smoke. Kathryn replies, Lucas is heading to the house. Jack responds, he won't be able to get through. Call me when you're done with Matt. And Kathryn replies, okay, we'll figure it out. Yeah, so they were referring to the fire. That was my mistake.
Okay. And go ahead and read the bottom text and when that occurred.
7/12/2024 at 10:04 p.m. Jack texts Kathryn, is he there yet?
And what's the last text on the next page there?
Kathryn responds soon at 10:04 p.m. on 7/12/2024.
And why were these text conversations between Jack and Chris, why were they relevant to your investigation? Or
they're relevant to our investigation because I believe it showed Kathryn's state of mind. She tells Chris that she feels she doesn't know what's going to happen with Matthew and the kids. She's texting Jack that the attorney meeting didn't go well. She doesn't know what she's going to do. And I believe she says to Chris that she feels hopeless as well.
Did you read, did at any point did Kathryn state that she was even considering going back to California in either of those texts?
It did not appear that way, no.
Okay. I'd like to turn your attention to State's Exhibit 92. State would move to admit State's Exhibit 92.
Any objection?
No objection.
Thank you.
Okay, and what is this exhibit?
This is a Facebook group message between Tracey Grist, Kathryn Restelli, Tara Lynn Fisher, and Rachel Jorgensen.
Okay, and if I could just have you read the I had a date last night portion.
Yeah, so on 7/9/2024 at 10:39 p.m., Kathryn texted the group, I had a date last night. And then, you want me to continue reading?
No, that's okay. Okay, so after going through Kathryn's phone, what did you decide to do with your investigation at that point?
So at that point, it looked like there was conflicting things going on between what was on Kathryn's phone and what Kathryn told detectives at the police department the night of. So we decided to pursue the investigation further. I was able to secure a search warrant to search Tracey Grist's phone, Rachel Jorgensen's phone, as well as collect some iPads that belonged to Kathryn that were still at the residence.
And do you recall what date you were able to collect those devices?
It was, I don't recall the exact date. It was several days after the incident.
Okay. I'd like to turn your attention to State's Exhibit 93, and the state would move to admit to State Exhibit 93.
Any objection?
No objection.
Thank you, so admitted.
Do you recognize what that is, picture of?
Yes, I do.
And what is it?
This is a text message conversation between Kathryn Restelli and Tracey Grist. Tracey is listed in Kathryn's phone as Mama, but I was able to confirm that cell phone number was Tracey Grist's cell phone number at the time.
Okay, and I'd like you to start on the date of January 13th of 2024. Could you start and read that text conversation between those two?
Yeah, so on January 13th, 2024, at 4:32 p.m., Kathryn texts Tracey, at this point, I don't know if Matt will be going to Disney. We've been fighting so much, I want out. And then she also texts, can I call back in just a little bit? Tracey responds, sure, I miss you. And then Kathryn texts Tracey, I can't recover it. And then Tracey responds, you can. Just say what you need to. Kathryn replies, no, Mom, ... it's bad. Tracey replies, tell me what I can do to help if I can. Continuing on January 13th, 2024, at 9:14 p.m., Tracey texts Kathryn, just come here for a break then with the kiddos and have a break. I just told your husband, don't mess with my child. I want you to know, ... I meant that. He should not mess with you. He asked if it was a threat, ... And I said, I just wanted him not to react, ... But that's only because I was watering down my words. Kathryn replies, I know. I'm not sure what the phone call did. And then Kathryn continues, I f***ed up. He is so mad. Please don't call him. I'm sick to my stomach.
Okay, read the next page as well.
So continuing January 13th, 2024 at 10:06 p.m., Tracey texts Kathryn, just try to sleep. I won't call him. I'll just drive 9 hours and strangle him. Kathryn replies, I know, ... Tracey then says, rest. And then Kathryn replies, get a shower and head to bed. Tracey says, good plan.
Did the conversation continued on the next morning?
Correct. The next morning, January 14th, 2024, 8:29 p.m. Sorry, 8:29 a.m. Kathryn texts Tracey, Matt's really upset that you quote unquote threatened him. He wants to call you and make sure that you back battle the S ... out of threatening him, ... Tracey replies, okay. Then Tracey says, him, he can call. I will act innocent enough, but he doesn't have the balls to call me. Bet.
Okay. Based on that conversation, what did you learn about the relationship between the parties?
So based off of those texts, it appeared that Matthew and Tracey didn't have the best relationship. It also appeared that Kathryn and Matthew didn't have the best relationship as well. Tracey is telling Kathryn here that, she doesn't want Matthew to mess with her daughter, and, to the point where she says, I'll drive 9 hours to strangle him.
Okay.
Those text messages can get people in trouble. Still with us to break this down, trial attorney Tamika Rabowski, along with civil rights attorney and family law attorney Tangi Bush. Tangi, let me start with you. All right, text messages not dispositive of the issue, but does it hurt the defense?
Well, it does not look good. They don't look like they had an amicable relationship at all now. Mind you, they could have been having a spat. They could have been having issues. Perhaps some of that language is hyperbolic and it's not necessarily meant in the way that it's presented. Because again, we're also looking at this in the context of we don't have the backstory, we have an end result and are working our way back, trying to figure out how we got here. So it doesn't look good, though. It does not look like they had a loving, picturesque relationship, at least not at this time.
And, circumstantial evidence, although we know he admits that he did shoot his brother-in-law. Tamika, weigh in and keep this in mind. We also have learned that the mother was Googling Donald Adelson, I mentioned this before, Donna Adelson
Right.
being the mother. So tell me your thoughts on this case at this point.
Well, I'm just looking at just everything, the totality, and looking at these text messages and how she's in despair. And, you know, we're going through and she's looking for a way out, and her family is, you know, they're right there with her. And I get it in terms of wanting to take up for your family member, to protect your family member and all of that. The overt threats don't really help out very much. So, you know, we're looking at a situation where the prosecution at this point is just trying to kind of lay the framework for the reasonable suspicion that he was the one who did this and exactly why he did it, and also tying in mom and the wife.
Yeah, I agree.